Hey, we're back. Welcome. We are in Mississippi. We went through more rain, if you can believe it, but we stayed north of the really, really, really bad stuff. We are now in the great state of Mississippi. On the way to Corinth, Mississippi today. Currently, our schedule is to arrive in Corinth, which was the scene of before the battle north and lost at Shiloh. Then we're beaten back, withdrew from Corinth, and then tried to take it a few months later after setting siege to Corinth. Well, and things didn't quite work out for the South on that one. So we have basically two battlefields within a half an hour of each other. At Corinth, though, they have an interpretive center that we hope to take a look at tonight a little bit, since they close at 5 o'clock. So, and tomorrow we'll reserve the Shiloh battlefield itself, Pittsburgh Landing, for the day tomorrow. But hey, so sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. We should be clear sailing to Corinth, Mississippi, and then we will.
Oh, I gotta share it. So sorry.
Oh, no problem. That's good. Hey.
So glad we didn't hang it up on me. So I gotta make sure I have my right national park book
I
here.
still can't figure out how you created multiple park books, but hey.
Huh?
I know you pirated one from one to the other.
All I did was take, each one was all of the regions. And all I did was, when one book, I took all the pages for this one.
Hi, Brian. Hey, Ron McPhee. Welcome, guys.
Oh,
hey,
wait,
welcome.
let me look. I look. Darn. I set my phone down. Let me look here.
Yeah, keep this as
Hey, Brian, and hey, Rowan. I'll say hello to you, even though Dadman already did.
Yeah, make sure you hit those like buttons as y'all come in. I forget half the time, so.
I need to like, I guess we should like our own feed,
yeah.
huh?
Brian, is good to see Buddy earlier today, so,
Yes.
hey. Oh, man.
Well, this is, I think you can just hold the phone when you go in there.
Right, that's okay.
I think it'll just be easier.
Maddie's daddy.
Hey!
Howdy. Hey, Steve. We're on our way to the great town of Corinth, Mississippi. As I was saying a little bit earlier, Corinth was a vital rail junction during the U.S. Civil War. It affected control over the Western Theater, vital rail linkages. That's why Grant had pushed down to Pittsburgh Landing to force down towards that junction. The Confederates had their bases under Albert, Sidney Johnston, around Corinth before they moved north and fought at Shiloh. After Shiloh, the Confederates moved back towards Corinth, ultimately ceding the city to the Union, and other Confederate attacks down the road failed to recover the city out of Union control. So that, in a quick nutshell, is kind of what happened there, what we're seeing. What we're hoping to do today is to be able to take y'all through the Corinth Interpretive Center, which has some of the Corinth battlefield on it, but also has different displays, and also has a really interesting reflection pool monument out front.
Oh, yes.
That is worth taking a look. Of course,
This
there's
is the
also
Corinth
something for the Texans. What's that?
Well, this does not have the Corinth Interpretive Center on here. In here. Is it Tennessee?
Yes. Well, no, it should be Mississippi.
It's not in Mississippi.
Well, we will have to see, because I believe it is an MPS facility.
Well, I thought it was. I thought I looked it up and it showed it. But maybe.
Unless they do one for the two parks.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'll bring it in. The worst that'll happen is I won't get what I want. And then I'll cry. I'm just kidding, I won't.
We had to give up on Pea Ridge today because that would have taken, we would be 2 hours back down the road.
And this has been very nice.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, Brian says hi. Rowan said hi. Rowan says you are laughing. Maddie's card.
What's that?
And then Maddie's daddy says hi to everybody.
Yep, absolutely. So, thank you very much for being here, and sit back, enjoy the ride. We're going to try to do a little more live in and around the Interpretive Center, and after that, we are going to have steak tonight, hopefully.
Yes.
gotta
Oh,
check
you know,
Facebook,
and
make sure
and we
they're live.
were at Uncle Lou's.
Yes.
And we will drop those shorts.
Drop my shorts.
We're going to drop our shorts.
dropping my shorts.
Dadman's going to drop his shorts.
Hey, I like showing it all off.
Probably after we do the center. Because
You're
I
so
forgot
speechless.
I was supposed to do it. I was supposed to drop Dadman's
I got
shorts.
you tongue-tied.
I was supposed to
Hot
drop.
flashes.
Shush. Shush. I was supposed to drop Dadman's shorts
My shorts.
before
Okay.
we got to the Interpretive Center, but I forgot. Okay, there, I said it all.
You're blushing.
Did you all go to the World War II Museum? Where is the World War II Museum?
Ugh.
There's so many.
Who asked the question?
Steve, Maddie's daddy.
Which World War II museum? Because we actually passed somewhere in Wyoming, I believe, or Colorado, a military vehicle museum, but we didn't have time to stop. It was one of our 11 o'clock into
In New
Denver
Orleans.
nights.
We did not go into New Orleans.
No, we stayed up in Baton Rouge.
These socks keep falling down. They're really weird.
But see, hey, that gives us another idea for something to do another time.
Yes, we need to start writing all this stuff down.
Yeah, we'll have to get Clobby to be our bodyguard.
You don't need no stinking bodyguard.
No. But, hey, when you got me dropping my shorts everywhere.
I know, when I'm dropping his shorts.
That's awesome. Hey, but hey,
Maddie's daddy says that it is an incredible museum.
I bet.
There's some other museums that we have been given suggestions to go to, but so just the time, you can't just run in and out of a museum. You need to at least give yourself an hour and a half, at least.
No.
Minimum. I don't care what museum it is. And I went to a quilt museum and it took us almost 2 hours. It wasn't a big museum.
No, it's not big at all.
But just looking at all the quilts and stuff, it just takes time. And I didn't really read a lot of the bios and stuff. I just took pictures of them so I could read the bios later.
Absolutely.
Oops. I don't know why my stream stops. Do you need the directions still?
Probably. I know. Unfortunately, we're bouncing again.
And 0.2 miles, we continue straight.
Okay.
Why do they do that?
I don't know.
That is so weird because it's not like there's even really a turnoff. Okay, wait, stay straight for 28 miles.
Right.
That's so weird. And then we turn.
Yeah.
And we're on, it should give us signs then.
Go ahead and try to. Can you try to shim that thing again with it?
Oh, it's bouncy.
Yeah, it just got bouncy. I just noticed it.
You guys getting nauseous? You getting a little car sick?
Said it again at the same time. Tippah County.
There we go. Does that help? Well, I tell you, I would never want to live out of a vehicle for a long period of time because, oh my goodness, it is a mess.
Stuff grows on you.
It's just a mess. At the last gas station we went to, I just had to at least clean the front, and I took the mats out and dumped all the dirt and whatever was out. Oh my gosh. And we haven't even, just to take all the stuff out of the back is going to be interesting.
It's hard.
You guys have put up with this for 2 weeks. I can't believe it. And you guys have continued to come back to our inane chatting driving streams. We really appreciate it.
I tell you, you'll help the time pass.
We got 3 viewers and 3 likes. We thank you all for liking. I did.
Okay. Oh, so, been looking around a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to try to hit the Interpretive Center today.
We'll do Shiloh. It'll be a little later because all we're doing tomorrow is Shiloh and going to our hotel.
Yeah.
Because Shiloh can be quite large.
Yeah.
Their museum is closed, so we will not be going through that. So that will save some time. They're putting new my tongue just did. They're putting in new exhibits.
And there will probably be a little bit more walking tomorrow because at Shiloh there were some interpretive signs markers out in the trails, not too far off the road.
Hello, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Lisa, I do not think I am following you on Twitter. I thought I was, but I need to look and see. So let me see if I can find you. I'm going to follow you right now because my brain. Lisa from Wyoming. No, Lisa from YouTube.
By the way, if you're lurking out there, follow us on Twitter.
There's Lisa
follow
from
me on
YouTube.
Twitter
I
at
will follow.
DaddyWalking55.
I apologize for not following you. I thought I did.
Hey, we got 5 likes. Oh, all right.
There, I'm following you now. Yay!
Yeah. We got 5 likes. Yeah, you'll share it out. Bring your friends, bring your neighbors. We're going to try to do a little more live stuff with tonight's stream going into the Corinth Interpretive Center. So there are some nice displays. There's really a nice reflection pool outside that I'll have to show you. There's also, I believe, a monument to the Texas Brigade, or Texas Regiment that actually made a charge there during the siege of Corinth. That was repulsed. There are also Confederate earthworks, other lines around the park, but we'll see what we can get to.
Oh, Maddie's daddy said that he was Mark D with the C's first subscriber and he just got monetized.
All right.
Can't make any promises.
Did Mark get us 1,000? Wow.
That's cool.
I thought it was at 700, but either way, hey, that's awesome. Good for Mark. Absolutely.
Well, I tell you, I think the shorts get you people at least to come to look at your channel.
Yeah.
I know not all of them will come over and follow, but at least it gets people interested and maybe they come over and see what's going on.
Since we've been doing these shorts since last week, we're up about 10 to 13 subs ourselves,
Yeah.
And then I actually, a couple of mine with Eagle Rider were over 100. We had one with 200 and something. We had that View and Custom, which I loved, which was a stream you and me. We had like 225 views. But of course, I cannot compete with the missus and her shorts.
Mine
1.4K.
There was only one, but it stopped. It's not going anymore.
Well,
but it was
there was another one that you got that's got several hundred.
I do stupid shorts.
I don't know.
Like, I just do silly ones.
That's okay. We love that. Oh my God, Jack's again. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna explode from all the eating I've done this time.
We cannot eat anymore. We must stop.
Well, tonight we'll get our steak again. So I'm still on 72, right? We're going the correct way, right?
Oh, I got you.
Yep, Corinth, straight ahead.
Lisa said, too bad all our pans got messed up with it due to hours of operation and stuff. Well, I think it all works for the best.
Nice job, truck driver. Hello.
I'm not too, it's a little disappointing, but it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Lisa said it was very fun last night. Loved all the cars. Yes.
Yeah, I think she's talking about Mark. Mark had a lot of cars, hot rods, stuff like that.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, it just, yeah, because we'd be 2 hours back down the road if we had gone by Pea Ridge this morning.
Yeah.
Because by itself, they didn't open the visitor center till 9. And really, what we found at one of the other visitor centers, I wanted to get a shirt, but they didn't have it in my size, so the lack of guaranteed anything kind of led to, let's come forward and do what we can do here. And
Yeah, we do this. We do the Interpretive Center tonight, this afternoon, whatever this is now. And then tomorrow we'll do Shiloh, the actual battlefield. So we're in Mississippi now doing the Corinth Interpretive Center, Civil War Interpretive Center. Then we go back up to Mississippi tomorrow, Tennessee, to go to Shiloh, the National Battlefield.
Yep.
And then that's all we do tomorrow. And then the next day, as we're coming home, because we're going home that day on Wednesday, we'll stop by the monument to the lady that was hit by a meteorite, and then we're going to go
in
by
Alabama.
Andersonville and the Prisoner of War Museum, and then within the next stop home.
Yeah.
Not including gas stations.
Yeah.
So we'll be
Exactly.
a very happy day.
Hey, we got 6 people watching right now. Hey,
Thank you all for
being here and
watching.
hanging. Share it out, hit that like button, all that stuff. Yeah, what's up?
Just thinking about that for the Twitter link.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, she was hit by a monument and hit by a meteorite and survived. The meteorite went through her roof. She was sitting in her living room and got hit. And someone decided to make a monument, which is basically, I think, a plaque. But I still want to go by and see it because I think it is stupid and it makes me laugh.
Yes, we all like a laugh.
And I'm thinking of doing a short and making it sound like a news report.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, you know how to do that. You know, plenty of news anchors.
Oh, Castle's here. Hello, Castle.
Hey, Castle, welcome. All right, welcome to round 2 evening shift. Yeah, actually, tonight might actually be a really early night for us for once. Last night was a treat. We didn't know what to do with ourselves being at a hotel when it was still daylight.
I'll probably work on trying to get all the shorts and stuff uploaded.
Okay.
If I upload them tonight, then I can share them tomorrow, and then they can.
Yeah, share them while we're on the road.
Yeah, share them during the daytime. Oh, she had pretty hair. I'm making the assumption that that was a she.
Yeah, you gotta make this up. Yeah.
That person had pretty hair.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Sorry. Okay.
Well, at the first, those who didn't know, at the first of our vacation, we went to Uncle Lou's Fried Chicken in Memphis, Tennessee. And near the end of our vacation, we went there for lunch today.
Woo-hoo!
Again.
We did not realize till last night we really were going.
We're going to be like passing it. Literally.
And I would have been. It's one of those. I'd have been really pissed off at myself had I not looked at it to go, because it was just a couple miles off the interstate. Like, dang.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
Their chicken is good.
I tell you what, we may not have gotten the Pea Ridge Visitor Center, but we got Uncle Lou's a second time. And we got down 8 people out there watching. Woohoo!
Oh, nice.
Drag your friends, dogs, neighbors, cows, dogs, drunks, whoever. We're only 2 more away from a double figure. Yay! Thank you all for being here and spending some time. And we do hope to make this more of a live walking around, so hopefully I don't trip and fall.
I'm going to kind of leave Dadman to do his thing and talk.
Yeah, I'll try to do the best I can.
And I'll try to hide behind him.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know, stray reflections could happen. So
If it happens, it happens.
If it happens, it happens. Who cares anymore? I'm so damn sexy you can't talk when you talk about dropping my shorts. Hey.
Would you stop it?
No, I'm running all the way with that one. I'm running all the way to that one. You'll not let that one down. So, hey.
Stay away from the cliffs while streaming. Oh, double. Okay, we're back.
Hey. You know what's so good about that?
Hey everyone, I think we're back. Yeah, we seem to be hitting some dead zones, so.
Yeah, hopefully it'll pick up when we get in now.
So she says stay away from cliffs while streaming.
Yeah, I will.
No.
Well, their sides are awesome too. We got the fries this time, which were really, really good, and the honey mac and cheese was awesome.
Oh, yes.
But they gave us something free to try, which is...
Has Belza been in the chat?
Yes,
okay. I can remember who I said hi to. I don't remember what stream this is.
Yeah. They had us try their corn that they're thinking of adding to the menu.
It was good.
And
it was nothing really fancy with it. I think they just seasoned it well.
Yeah. Compare that like to when we talked about earlier the vegetables last night.
Oh, when we went to a restaurant, the steak was absolutely divine.
Yeah.
Their sides, I just didn't eat them. Yeah. I didn't want to waste my time.
Exactly. So. Did you hit that like button?
I did hit the like button.
Alright, I was just making sure.
Oh, wow, 1 more to 10.
What?
9 people watching?
Whoa!
Wait, 9 people watching. Oh, how many likes? I don't know how many likes there are.
Smash that like button, folks. Hey.
If you're still here, haven't hit the like button, hit the like button.
But yeah, well, let's have some fun with this one.
If you have already hit the like button, don't hit it again because then it'll unlike us.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they've got their opinions on who they want to be elected.
Mississippi, you know.
Melee that like button, y'all. Absolutely. From Castle.
Of course. Of course. Like when you melee weapon and Fortnite.
Yep.
Mississippi and the county, the Civil War, when they voted to secede, the states had different secession meetings and conferences, like we saw in Missouri on the walkway. But what was interesting in Mississippi, only one county, the population voted not to secede, to go with the South. It was Jones County. They made a movie a few years ago to the county of Jones, and that's based on historical accounts of really a rebellious county to the south. That the story goes is they elected to stay with the Union, yet their representative went to the state's convention, and when he was so outnumbered, voted to secede too. He never went back to Jones County because he knew that they would get him for
they'd kill him probably.
Not for honoring their wishes. So.
Okay, so yeah. Lisa asked, what is our favorite hotel or motel? As much as I griped and complained.
Oh, wait, on this trip or
Yes,
chains?
on this trip.
Okay. I know which one mine was.
As much as I complained about there not being internet, I really like the Old Faithful Inn.
That was my favorite too. But you know what? Had I been there both days, that's the night at 6 a.m. I woke up in the morning, I had Twitter, text, everything.
Oh, wow.
I don't understand how the hell that happened.
My favorite landmark?
Yes.
See, that's so hard.
But see, you know what I liked about the hotel, though, while you're thinking on that? I like that rusted look. I like to have it just the basin and the bath and the room.
Yeah.
Not really having the bathroom. I like the log cabin look. I like all that stuff. The bed was comfortable. I did not realize until you had mentioned it, there's no central heating and air.
No.
How are you going to do that in the summer? I guess it still gets cool enough at night.
In the summer, they have a fan. It looked like they had a radial heater
I saw that too. Yes.
for the winter. But that hotel where we stayed at Old Faithful Inn, the part that we stayed in was the original inn. So they did not add I mean, even the light switches, I don't think we took a picture of it. The light switches didn't look like the light switches of today.
The log cabin.
It was all
the
log
lobby
cabin.
was amazing.
It was that was my favorite hotel.
Yes, I agree.
The other ones, were were more convenient, but that one was my favorite.
Well, my problem was really with the Snow Lodge because of the way the customer service was.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they were the ones that supposedly had the Wi-Fi that didn't work.
Yeah. Okay, and now the favorite landmark. That's hard for me to do. My favorite landmark, I would probably say the Crazy Horse Memorial, because it's just massive, and it's an ongoing project because it's all privately funded, and it's been 75 years that they've been working on it. But for the first 10 to 15 years, the artist was the only one that he climbed up there with his tools and just sculpted out the rock, and to see how far it's gone. And it is completely privately funded, so it's not like a government work project or anything like how Mount Rushmore was. And they didn't always have all the tools, so I think that's my favorite monument. But I also like Devil's Tower too. Those two are my two favorites.
Mine also has to be the Illinois Monument in Vicksburg. I've always loved that. The 47 steps up to the monument representing the number of the days of the siege of Vicksburg. The fact that every state unit was recognized in there, the way they had Lincoln and Grant at the head as you walked in, part of Grant's speech etched in on the outside of the marble. The haunting of your voice echoing and noise echoing inside the chamber. That always has to be my favorite.
Okay, now your worst hotel and worst landmark.
Well, let me go one thing here. But of new landmarks, of new things that I saw this time.
You better hurry up because we're running out of time.
I'm trying to. I had to.
Oh, by the way, while he's thinking, hey Whoopa Troopa.
Hey Whoopa.
He says, what's up, you know?
That sculpture park in South Dakota.
Oh, that's right. That was cool.
That was incredibly amazing how those people put that together.
Borders Sculpture Garden.
Park. Yes. We hope to show a lot on that.
That was really neat. This man just decided to do sculpture one day or something, I think, and not trained or anything.
Very creative.
And just they're so creative. And we weren't going to go there, but I'm so glad we did.
Yeah. It's one of those where we drove into the dark, but I was glad we did.
Right. Worst hotel.
Oh, because what had happened, what you really wanted to.
What I really wanted to see was the Dignity statue, but we couldn't get over to it, and it made me sad. So the worst hotel, motel, and worst landmark or thing. What was I disappointed in?
I think all the hotels really were good. Well, I would say the Snow Lodge to me only because, even
for the price we paid for it, and we paid. I'm just going to tell you, we paid a lot for it.
Yeah, and it was like.
And they were just the attitude of the guests. It was some of the workers. It was just like I wanted to slap them.
I mean, one bragged about their Wi-Fi connection, and the others turned around like, "We're not guaranteeing anything.
We don't have Wi-Fi. We never said we did." Blah blah blah. So anyway, so the worst landmark, I don't really know. I was disappointed in that one park that it wasn't open, but I wouldn't say it was the worst. I mean, there were some.
The bridge at first was a little disappointing looking at, but the back part of it, you gotten to see where some of the action was, but I really think that there's more that they could have made. Favorite landmark, Elkhorn Tavern last night.
That was
one.
that was one of my favorite landmarks because there was a bathroom there.
And there was an elk's head up on top.
And there was an elk's head on top of the roof.
Oh, there's a replica. There's a reproduction.
Yes.
Where's mine?
I don't really think there was anything that I was really disappointed in.
I think.
Highest gas prices. How much did you pay for gas?
Probably $4 up in the park.
Yeah, Yellowstone, the gas was expensive. $4 plus, which when we're used to like $2.84 to, maybe $3. It was a little shocking.
I'm trying to think. There was one or two of the.
And Lisa goes, now you know why I love going up north to the cabin, rustic and away from everything. I do miss internet. I will say that. And Lisa says, great story of Crazy Horse construction, and it is massive. The Mount Rushmore, I will say.
We are entering Corinth.
I kind of did Mount Rushmore, and I went at it, and I went, okay, yeah, that's nice. And I don't ever have to go back there again.
Honestly,
I would say that I wouldn't say it was the worst one, but it just was kind of like, okay, it's done. And then going to Crazy Horse, and the faces, all 4 presidents could fit into the face of Crazy Horse. That is something. I know one that I was slightly disappointed in is Tatanka, Story of the Bison, that bronze statue.
Yeah.
And I think I was more disappointed with it, not in the statue, but the weather was such that you really couldn't see the detail of it, and you couldn't get to where you see the detail of it.
The park,
and that was disappointing.
The park really wasn't a park. They didn't even have parts of the building open yet, and things like that. It just seemed like it was kind of just there.
Whoopa goes, were you disappointed in Dadman? Badumts. Yes, sometimes I was.
No, she wanted to drop my shorts. She started the show off talking about dropping my shorts. So, hey,
And Balzac goes, burn. And Lisa goes, LOL, Mrs. Best because it had a bathroom. And yes, it was. You do not know. But I do also say it was the worst because they did not have that bathroom marked on their park guide.
Yeah.
And so I suffered literally for an hour and a half having to go to the bathroom really bad. And not knowing that there was a bathroom that we could have gone to, and then made the circle again and started where we had left off.
By the way, I think.
And Ruba Chuba says, without internet, I wouldn't have anything to do. LOL. I do have my manga I could read, but Dadman would go crazy. In 0.5 miles, we're going to turn left.
You don't need manga when you got me around.
Did you hear me? I wonder if we missed where we were supposed to go.
No, because I know where we are now.
Okay, because it's saying in like 4 miles we need to go left.
I know where we are now.
Okay, if you do, then I will not look at the map.
We've not been here in many, many years, but I know where we are.
That's one thing that with Dadman. Oh, okay. That's one thing with Dadman is that his sense of direction. He can probably drive something once or twice and have it. And have it ingrained in his memory. I never remember. I could drive something.
You got lost in friggin' Disney World.
Well, Disney World is very confusing. And he's like, well, you know how to get there. And I'm like, no, I don't. He goes, well, we've driven it for 10 years. I said, no, you've driven it for 10 years.
In the park.
Oh, the park. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the park.
I don't even know where Fantasyland is in reference to Adventureland or whatever. I don't even know what lands they are.
As Lorena says, Commando. I was the Commando guy in Disney.
He knew. So I still don't.
I ran all the fast passes and everything.
It's because I didn't really care.
You say that now.
Yes, Whoopa Troopa. I brought a roll of toilet paper in case we were somewhere and it was needed. He goes, everywhere is a bathroom if you're brave enough. And I agree with that. And I almost did. But there were some people that were there kind of close to us. And if they weren't there, and I would have
Now, Corinth Museum, that must be on the city itself.
And then it goes, I need a map to go anywhere or else I'll get lost.
Okay, dude, don't come out.
GPS, my phone has been my friend with GPS. Dadman driving normal. The Mrs. reading Dojan in the passenger.
Speaking of ollies, they got an ollies here.
Oh, they have ollies. That was from Bowsette. And Whoopa says sometimes I have a map and still
I think
get
that
lost.
Kroger's over there is where we bought that thing before.
Oh, the ice chest?
Ice chest, yeah. Okay.
It probably was.
Corinth, I think we got to go over the bridge to the Russell's Beef House.
Oh, is Russell's Beef House right over there? Oh, cool.
I thought it was back on this side, but it's got to be over the hill there. No, right there!
Oh, there's Russell's
You guys
Beef
got
House.
to make sure y'all open at 4:30 today.
Oh, please open. It's just right to the right above the little yellow sign. That's
I
like our
just had a steakgasm.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The best steak I ever had was at that place. So, hey. All right. They open at 4:30.
Hopefully they're open. They've had some, from what, looking at their Facebook page, they've had some stuff going on, personal in their life.
Yeah, I think so.
And they might or might not be closed, not sure. It sounds like they just started getting open again. So we'll see.
Exactly. So, alrighty. So, let's see.
Okay, break time over. Love you guys. Be safe and have fun. Okay, Lisa. Bye.
Oh my! Just when we get there, Corinth Civil War Interpretive Center, right up here, folks.
So we'll have an hour, hopefully. Hopefully they'll be open. It said they were going to be open.
What time is it now?
4 o'clock. So you have an hour.
I know, but that's kind of scared me back there. I didn't see many cars in the parking lot.
Where is it?
No, at the beef house.
Oh, it's not 4:30 yet.
I know, but still, you got a prep time.
Yeah, you don't need that many people to prep.
Okay.
And they might have prepped earlier.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. All right, let us go. We're headed on into the Corinth Interpretive Center. So.
Okay, and you just do whatever you need to do.
Okay. I might need to tinkle first. Sorry.
Oh yes, okay. So we're not gonna let
listen, I have taken a bunch of bathroom pictures and some to be shared eventually later down the road.
That just sounds so wrong.
But not this type, and not right this second.
So will an hour be enough time?
What, to do the interpretive center?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It will be. Plus also there's some stuff we'll focus on the inside that we can work outside.
Okay, well, I'll let you do what you need to do.
And I missed it.
He missed it. He's such a dad, man.
Well, the sign turned blue.
No, wait, I don't know. There's one up here,
there's one
too.
up there, yeah.
To me, this is more the opening. I guess I should take a picture of the sign. Oh, that's not it. Corinth Battlefield. Yep.
October 1862.
So how do you get in this place? How do you get in this place? Dadman?
Follow the signs.
There are no signs. Oh, look, there's some monuments over there.
This is on the Corinth battlefield itself.
I don't think you can turn here. I think we have to go. Oh, there's the parking way down there. I'm assuming.
Yep. We're coming in around. That's why we're turning on that side. But here's a sign if you'd like a picture, Mrs.
Oh, let me get a picture of the sign because that's what
I gotta move.
Okay, just go. Just
I got
turn
people
partway.
behind me.
Okay. Let me get a picture of the sign, everybody. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, no, I just turned my phone off. Give me a sec.
Oh, no.
Camera. Okay, got a picture.
Thank you.
Thank you. Come again.
Oh. Alright, accessibility parking, visitor parking.
Oh, darn. Oh, no. Be happy we park in this one.
Yeah, we don't have grandma this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Dadman? I would
Yes.
advise parking
That's
that way.
what I was going to do.
And then
I'm going to do that, but I was trying to get us near the.
it's
the walk
okay.
up.
It's
Alrighty.
fine. Or you know, we can walk up together and you can just give me the phone.
Yeah.
No, I won't do that.
And we still got 5 people with us. Hey, welcome,
Awesome.
folks. All right.
Let me make sure I have my right book. So this is what state is this? This is
Mississippi.
Mississippi. So this is the southeast. Do I have
Mississippi. I don't know how they say Missouri, you know?
Missouri?
Mississippi. And some people say Mississippi. You know, kind of Missouri, Mississippi.
Oh, I don't know.
You know, I don't know.
Okay, well, let's go.
All right. I'll let you grab the camera.
Okay.
I'll walk behind you.
Okie dokie.
Do you think we need this thing or not?
No. No,
All right,
I don't
all right.
think so. I think we'll be fine.
All righty.
Look at the beautiful parking lot.
Oh, my bladder. Sorry.
I wonder if I'm going to turn the camera this way. I think it might be. Whoops. I guess it'll be this way. You can carry it while we're walking over there.
Okay.
Be careful you don't turn it off.
Oh, well, me walking and talking, that's even more dangerous. There's the Corinth Interpretive Center, resting on parts of the battlefield that occurred here October 1862. But it also goes beyond just activities here at Corinth. It also has some references to the battle up the road at Shiloh, or Pittsburgh Landing, referred to as the second. You're way too late for that, LOL. Oh no, I don't know, what did I do? You got your phone, don't you? You got your phone for the chat, don't you?
Well, yeah.
I don't know what was said in the chat. It's like, I heard way too late for that.
Oh, probably some respect.
Hello, Freddie Jacoba, welcome, hey. Oh, not me, Dad. Oh, okay, not me. All right, thank Bowsette was talking to somebody else. Oh, gosh.
Oh, face reveal. Please, please, please. Got a meeting at 5. Catch up afterwards if you're on. Okay. Oh, okay.
What's that? Who said that?
Just Freddie saying.
Ah.
But that was not directed towards you.
Ah, okay, cool. Well, anyway, we're walking up here. I don't remember these things in the... So...
They're just little...
Oh, yeah.
Let's not spend too much time because there's other things.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to show this real quick. The mini bullets. Yeah, okay, wow, okay, I got it. We can look at these later, but
Yes.
just interesting. I'd never noticed that before. I don't... Oh, man.
I don't know if we walked up this way before.
I don't think we did. I think because we had my mom,
Yes.
we were probably up higher. So... Oh no, Freddie wants to cry. Hey everybody, make sure y'all hit that like button. Thanks for coming in. You can look at a little bit more of this on the outside, like the missus reminded me. Yeah, we did not come up this way last time. Because this is neat how they put this.
In the sidewalk, they have a lot of artifacts that they've cast in a bronze or something, a metal, that are embedded in the sidewalk. It's really kind of cool.
Up there you can see some of the made of the fortifications. Remember, it was a siege, so you know you built your armed forts to mass your fire, mass your artillery units. So yeah. Hey, Saber. Hey. Alrighty, over here to the right we see the swab. We used to clean out the cannon bucket, water bucket, to help cool it off. Broken wheel. We've got more coming on artillery thanks to the display at Wilson's Creek and various cannons that we saw at Vicksburg. So, got plenty of stuff to share later when we go in here.
Let me take this
Alrighty, hold on. You get to see the concrete.
down because there's reflection.
Yeah, okay.
Here is a monument. Go ahead. See the faces on this relief? They look tired. Imagine. I just can't imagine the walking, and not all of them had shoes. This is some of the stuff that they've embedded in the sidewalk. As we were walking up, we saw like this gun is in the sidewalk. If you look over here, it's like they have a jacket here. And over here, they have like saddlebags. They had bullets and other stuff that were there. There's a big glass reflection, which I'm trying to avoid, so I apologize for you seeing the floor while we're waiting for Dadman. Thank you all for 3 who are staying. We appreciate it. Okay, there's a big reflection there, so be careful. I kind of showed them the stuff that was out here on the ground.
Cool.
So,
Oh yeah. Anytime there's glasses, reflection.
yes.
Yeah. So. You get to see. Let me bring you up here. This will show you the view of Corinth versus Shiloh. See, we're here. The Interpretive Center, just on the outskirts of Corinth. The Memphis and Charleston Railroad. This map does not show it, but you can see on other maps how multiple railroads cross here at Corinth, which made it a vital transport before the Battle of Shiloh, the Southern Front moving down. So it's about a 20 miles. Absolutely very, very cool. So that gives you some approximate. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it probably is lagging bad. We're inside the building now, so who knows? I still think they have a bubble over these places that affect everything. Because anyway, as long as we keep going, hey, we got 6 people. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. Share it out. Bring everybody in. And tomorrow, what I really love is the Tennessee River. You'll be able to see how, with the view on the tour road, that the Union gunboats were able to help beat back the Confederate attack on the day by the proximity of everything. Okay, okay, well, I will try to go again. And thank you for telling me. This is where we're located, outside of Corinth. You'll see another displays about multiple railroads and why Corinth was such an important city down here for transportation and logistics, supplying armies, moving troops. Southern forces were generally down in this area. Union was moving north, so Albert Sidney Johnston and moved north to attack, which we'll see tomorrow at Shiloh. I think that's really that in a nutshell. But we'll see in more displays how strategic Corinth was. And I mentioned here the Tennessee River. When we go there tomorrow and do the road tour, we will see how the Union gunboats were able to help stem the Confederate advance at the end of the first day. Ultimately, day 2, everything changes, and Grant pushes the Confederates on the field. So let's look around a little bit more. Oh man. So yeah, that was a much quicker display. Basically, like a lot of these, you've got different artifacts they have here. Like here, there's a officer's sword and scabbard here. Okay, good. Glad you got most of it at least. So, in all these museums, they have standard issues. There's your foot officer's sword and scabbard there. A lot of times the swords were used to mark the officers and keep troops in line, of course. A lot of times they would have a pistol as a sidearm, a pistol and a sword when they fought. Let's see. And of course, you had different units had different flags. Here we got the 11th Mississippi. And what's neat about so many of these things is they tell you the story about the units themselves. In this case, 11th Mississippi was formed in Corinth from 10 companies, including the University Grays. There's a lot of research you can do on that about the University Grays. I believe that was from Ole Miss. That was a historical thing of pride that they had. So they were in Manassas at the beginning of the war. So the regiment battle flag was donated in this case. So like I said, you can see each unit had its own flag as well as the other banners and standards that they carried. You see standard horse, cavalry, so exactly. And then different information, you can see these different things up here. With this, it talks about the capture of Corinth by Union forces in May 1862, based on the fall of Memphis and the occupation of West Tennessee and North Mississippi. So that, and there's a mention about the railroad network, which crisscrossed the regions, was invaluable to the U.S. Army, and the repair of the damaged tracks became a top priority. Again, moving men and material in, let's see, to move your forces around. So here's the Corinth rifles. And flag here. In this case, let's see, the Corinth Rifles was the first militia company organized in Corinth. Judge Deputy H. Kilpatrick, captain of the company, was presented the flag by someone on March 10, 1861 in a ceremony held at Corona Female College. So the ladies of Corinth sewed the flag, and the artwork was painted by an artist of Mobile, Alabama. So on March 28, 1861, the Corinth Rifles departed the city in Pensacola, Florida. If you remember our visit to Fort Pickens in Pensacola Bay, these Mississippi units were under Braxton Bragg over there, part of that attack and defense. The actions over near Pensacola and Battle Santa Rosa Island, many other cities. So it's funny how battles and units can be connected from one place to the next. So a year later, they became Company A, 9th Mississippi Volunteer Infantry, and the flag was returned to Corinth. So many times you had your units being reorganized and consolidated. So, let's see, this here. Okay, so it's a uniform coat of a colonel of the 6th Missouri Infantry. So you can see his colonel was killed in the Vicksburg action. So down here is Commander 6th Missouri Infantry. We see that there. So we see 9 wounds in defense of this flag before. Oh, well. He received 9 wounds in defense of the flag before resigning it to the keeping of a comrade. And of the 300 men who went into the battle, only 30 answered at roll call afterwards. So this regiment was the first to charge. They charged the inner entrenchment of the Union lines here at Corinth. And 26 of its 30 commissioned officers and 22 of its 28 non-commissioned officers were killed or wounded. So, and you know, that happened in so many battles with these charges and things. The officers went down and had to replace them, you know, that command structure. And just think, this was one battle of many battles. So I go down to the floor again. So that's one thing to really keep in mind with all these Civil War battles. The casualty rates are not just casualty rates, officer casualty rates. The command structures and your experience and training. Almost went into administrative offices. They've had research lab right here too. I'm going to come into the exhibit areas a little bit. Like I said, we've got more to come after our visit at Wilson's Creek on artillery. The processes involved in firing and loading and refiring of artillery pieces. See, there are your swabs. Use water to cool down the barrel after a fire. And then there's you got the corkscrew. You've got the corkscrew heavy phantom outsider loop period copy. Yeah, thank you, man. Trying to a lot of glass around here. That is used to clean out, you know, like you would a gun, you know, just keep the embers and all the barrels clean. So, but yeah, so hey, good to see you, Phantom Outsider. Hope you're doing well today. It's the gift shop. Hey, we will definitely get some stuff out of the gift shop today. All right, so hey, let me make sure we got here. All right, we got 6 people here with us. Hello. Yeah, so what I mentioned here is there's the primary railroad arteries in the Western Confederacy, so it was a strategic background. I mentioned that. So it was, along with the Mississippi River and even the Tennessee rivers. Remember, various times of the shows that we've done, I talked about the Brown Water Navy. Well, that's the Union Navy in the inner rivers and stuff. Whereas the Anaconda Plan, you had the Blue Water Navy that barricaded the coastal areas. You had the Brown Water Navy inside the rivers. So let's look at this here, because see, we can see from the map here, we got the cross of 2 different railroads. The Memphis and Charleston Railroad, which runs south of Corinth, runs from east to west, and then the Mobile and Ohio Railroad, moving north and south. So you can see how that's a vital rail link here. That's why Corinth was so strategic, where the Union was moving down to take control of it, because not only it cut the Confederacy in half, it could also assist it in moving into further south in the Western Theater to move its own men and supplies. So, all right. So let's see. Some other rendition of art. Okay, here. You see the railroads are in the artist rendition here. So, and I'll take any of the outsiders here. Are you monitoring the chat? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So hopefully we're not suffering too bad right now. Of course, it's always improved apps, different tours. Oh wow. This I think is new since we were here.
Yeah, I'll have to look for
We'll
that.
we'll have to look for those.
Shiloh, but still Shiloh.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll look.
And we can download 4 for Corinth now. So, hey. And we can see here. All right, these parts, they have different displays like this. It's really, really fascinating. Kind of give you the context, I think. That's a period accurate apps. Yes, exactly. Exactly. But you can see which slave states, which are free states. You can look at the commercial canals, the steamboat routes, the rail lines. See, again, rail and sea. We've been in Vicksburg at the start of our vacation, and also the Corinth, you see, Tennessee, eventually comes out near Mobile. So, and then we've got the railroads. So, you know, you see the importance of a place like Corinth or Memphis or even Nashville up to the north. See, that's where Fort Donelson was up in here. When it fell, it opened Nashville. And eventually you can come and cut in half. Because eventually when New Orleans and the Mississippi was cut off, Arkansas, Texas were basically split off from the Eastern Confederacy. Sorry for my hand, sorry for the bad camera work, but hey.
You did good.
Oh, thanks. So anyway, and like one of the points down here is that the North had a lot of interconnected transportation systems from agriculture centers to nearby ports. I think you can see that because see the you know, all these independent rail lines up here, but you see up in the north, there seem to be more connections, more integration to make the systems work together, whereas in the south, you know, there were fewer, but they were nonetheless very vital to moving your troops and supplying your armies. So, okay, what is this? Okay, right here, let's see. Areas of major manufacturing, labor-intensive cash crops, major cotton, rice, sugar. And you can see from this how the industrial north.
Industrial north?
Mm-hmm. And the, you know, you see the labor-intensive cash crops. So, let's see. And of course, one of the biggest things too also is in the Civil War is about populations, you know, not just overall population, where they centered it. Because you can obviously see the darker color, more people per square mile. The circles are cities over 1 million people. See, New Orleans is the largest one at 500,000. New York, Philadelphia were over 1 million. Chicago was over 1 million. So, you know, you can see the population advantage, you know, really the North had over the South
like
also.
St. Louis and New Orleans.
Yep.
Maybe Baltimore.
Yep. But see, St. Louis never was a part of Missouri, which never went Confederate. It stayed neutral.
So what's
It had
this?
units
So
both
what's
sides.
this lining right here? Oh, so we're kind of divided. Or is it more?
Those, I think, that looks like, to me, because it does not explain it on this map.
No.
But what I believe this is, that's what, keep an eye on the chat. Phantom Insider said something. I just want to say, I believe what that does is it shows, you got the southern states down here, you have the true northern states here.
Okay.
These are border states, Missouri, Kentucky, West Virginia, Maryland. See, Maryland had units, and Missouri had units on both sides, but they were slaveholding states, but and I believe these are slaveholding border states. So, because you remember the Missouri Compromise allowed Missouri to come as a slave state.
Phantom Outsider said that's why Sherman removing steel rails, hitting them, and then bending them around trees was so effective, as the South lacked the factory capacity to make new rails.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You don't allow them to fix it very easily. So, you know, you could debate whether it was necessary at that point of the war because of the supply disadvantages that the South was having, but still, it's total war. You take war to the people. I think Sherman's the one that said war is hell.
So, all right. Just going to show these a little bit, so we'll just get to them. You have a few things about slavery issues, the various compromises to keep peace, like slave-free states. I just mentioned the Missouri Compromise, for instance, 1820. It established a boundary north of which slavery would not be permitted. Admitted Missouri as a slave state and Maine as a free state, which maintained the balance of power in Congress. That's a quote from Daniel Webster. Then you at least have one that people thought could have led to the first Civil War, was Compromise of 1850. It addressed the status of land acquired during the Mexican War. It admitted California as a free state, but allowed citizens in other territories to decide on the slavery questions for themselves. It increased fears one region would gain political dominance. Of course, the South was on the Fugitive Slave Act. The Kansas-Nebraska Act allows Kansans to vote whether to ban or allow slavery in their territory. And it did, ignited bloody guerrilla war where pro and anti-slavery factions rushed in to influence the vote. Okay, sorry for buffering. It's encouraged formation of the Republican Party, which opposed the extension of slavery while accepting where it already exists. So all of these things, when you look at the U.S. Civil War, all these are important events that led up to the war and other things that caused agitations and caused, other factors. This, I'm going to go back here. This line, I believe, is what was resulting from, I think it was the Compromise of 1850.
Okay.
Or 1820, that
Okay,
everything below could be slave state and others not. So
There's so much here.
there is so much here, Did you get your stamps and stuff yet?
Yes, I got everything.
Cool.
I even bought some stuff.
Oh man, I gotta look at those in the store. We got 6 people with us. Thank you for hanging out with us, guys. We got 30 minutes.
I need to go to the store.
Oh, I got you. Well, hey, we got 6. I'll get to look through real quick. So as we mentioned, that we've had the 2 railroads that crisscrossed here, in location. So Memphis and Charleston, only direct line from the Mississippi River to the Atlantic coast, and the Mobile and Ohio, which ran all the way from Kentucky and Tennessee down to the Gulf of Mexico. So that's why, because they got to the coast, your seaports. That's why they were so important. Again, here's another map, Corinth, and the rail lines. Oh, Pea Ridge is north there. All right, so about secession of Mississippi. So basically, you've got more information. This is a whole different thing with the whole secession issues by state, but Mississippi is an interesting case, really, because this one addresses citizens of Corinth and Tishomingo County. Once there, the Tishomingo County delegates joined the flood tide of emotion over the election of Lincoln. They voted with a majority to secede. The story, as I understand it, is one county, Jones County in Mississippi, voted to stay with the Union, and their delegate went to the convention and then felt so intimidated he voted against his local people to stay with the Union, and actually voted to leave the Union, but he never went home because of the vote. So in the movie with, I think McConaughey, there was somebody, or I can't remember who it was. It was The Free County of Jones. It was a movie that's based on this. So anyway, preparing for war. And like all parks, you've got different things here that you've got here and that you can look through. Let's see.
Look at it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, can you hold that a second? Thank you. guess he's just some individual
People and what they
people.
did. How cool is that?
It's interesting with the research from that.
There's just so much here to look at.
Yeah. Exactly.
Did you want to read this one?
So these, basically, obviously strategy for the Union was to split the Confederacy. We saw that at Vicksburg, captured New Orleans. You control the Mississippi, you cut the Confederacy in half and take over the rail lines. And an already outnumbered, undersupplied enemy, you gradually restrict them to death. The Anaconda Plan, which also involved the blockade of the seaports on the coast, was also part of that plan. So,
Let me look over here. Want to do this Confederate strategy first?
and the Confederate goal was to hold the Mississippi River as long as they could by defending key port points. But if you move quickly here, early on in the war, the loss of Fort Henry and Donelson, which are up in northern Tennessee, altered its strategy. Basically, when they lost those, the North moved further south, so Johnson had to come down. They had to concede lots of Kentucky and lots of Tennessee. So, and Fort Pulaski, not Pulaski, Pickens. Remember we did the show on Fort Pickens. We talked about Bragg at Pensacola, and they tried to attack Fort Pickens. It failed. Well, then eventually, and in that show we talked about how the Confederates abandoned Pensacola right there because Johnston needed more reinforcements. So they pulled the troops out of there and brought them up north, and that's, so like I say, how these things are related to each other. So basically, we see again, this map does a good job showing very strategic points. And what it really does is it shows you.
I'm going to push a button.
Yep.
See what it does. Oh, it lights something up.
Exactly, over there.
Yeah, I see it.
Belmont's where Grant.
That was the Kentucky
Delaware
line.
Belmont was where Grant's first command, and he the story goes that a Confederate sharpshooter
Yes.
had him in his sights but didn't take the shot.
Phantom says, look, free provision barrels, LOL. Oh, look there. You can kind of see it. There's
Kentucky
our
line.
comfort
That's considered the Kentucky line.
from Belmont and
Belmont.
Columbus
And we've
all
actually
the way
visited
over to
we've
Cumberland
actually-
Gap.
And we've actually visited Mill Springs.
Yes,
before.
we have. Okay, want to push the next button? See where it goes.
For weaknesses, number
Oh.
2.
Belmont.
Belmont.
Let's see. You want to look at my phone?
Yeah.
Oh, and then Mill
Belmont,
Springs.
Yeah. Mill Springs, we saw that.
Oh, Fort Henry.
Yep, Fort Henry Donelson. Remember, early in the war.
And then
And then allowed them to come in the Union to capture Nashville down in Murfreesboro. Because if you look here,
okay, let
and
me
here,
let me show this. Should have shown that. But let me show the first one. That's the Kentucky line one. And here is proving for weakness. And that's what we just showed. And so the next one we're going to do is honor the railroads. Want to push that button?
let's do it.
Yes,
And
it's so 19th century phantom. Oh, Fort Henry down to Pittsburgh Landing.
Yep.
Bomb, explosion. Oh, and then New Madrid over here.
New Madrid and Island number 10.
Oh, stop right
Yep.
there. Oh,
We're back
and
to the
here.
importance of the water, the
And then here.
railroads and the water.
Oh, and then Nashville over to here.
Yep. Because you can see what happened, with the fall of these, Henry and Donelson, and the Confederates are being in Nashville, the Union came further south to put more pressure towards Corinth. So then, when Grant, whereas the Confederates were at Corinth, Johnston pulled the forces back from Tennessee, Kentucky, back down towards Corinth to consolidate the armies. They could not keep the lines.
I bet you that's what the next one talks about.
So,
Number 4.
Yeah.
Rally on Corinth. Oh, you
So I
pushed
did-
it too soon.
Oh,
Wait,
see.
wait. Because I want to.
Okay.
Okay, start again. Whoops. Go.
Okay.
Where does it go here?
There you go.
Up.
Reinforcement. So,
Bring him over. Bring him from Murfreesboro.
yeah. And then, of course, from Florida. Remember what I said? March 2nd, Major General Braxton Bragg arrived in Corinth from Mobile and Pensacola with
Columbus
10,000 men.
down. I'm showing same so they can kind of figure. Bomb, bomb, bomb.
That's how they unified there. That's what's so interesting when you see something like Fort Pickens. What we learned there at Fort Pickens talked about when Bragg abandoned Pensacola to reinforce the armies up here. So,
That's cool.
but let's show this one last time. Because see-
Okay, show it again.
Okay, the first part is that they poured everything in the Confederacy. Okay, Bragg.
Oh yeah, we missed
Corinth.
that one.
Okay, that's from New Orleans. This should be the one from Bragg coming from Florida. And then this is the move down from Murfreesboro, where Johnston moved his troop. That's Leonard Polk's forces that came down from Murfreesboro. So they had about 54,000 within a day's march.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So, what I found interesting, and I did not realize that,
These all have a lot of glass on them.
what Pickens, Fort Pickens, and what we saw there.
See now, armed with all this intel and 21st century technology, Dadmans will demonstrate live why Kentucky. Here's just some of the armies in the West.
Yeah.
Just
So,
people
of
that
course,
were involved.
if only Snortopupus was our favorite guy, Bragg, there with Mr. Angry Eyebrows. So.
Angry eyebrows.
And actually, John C. Breckinridge, you'll see, was a vice president of the United States from 1857 to 1861. So, and Patrick Cleburne. Patrick Cleburne is considered one of the underrated great generals of the Western Theater for the South, who died at the Battle of Franklin.
Cool. What time is it?
We still got time.
Okay.
And Albert Sidney Johnston.
Oh, hello, stunning.
Hey, Albert Sidney Johnston was in overall command of the Western Department. He was the highest ranking general. He died at the Battle of here at Pittsburgh Landing. They said he was shot through the knee.
Oh, wow.
And what I heard from Shelby Foote is he actually bled to death. If they didn't use a tourniquet, he might have even stayed alive, but he bled to death. And he didn't even realize he was wounded.
Oh, wow. Well, I can see that with the adrenaline. Here's some others
Yeah.
here.
If you come back over to this side.
I am. I'm working on it. You gotta move a little bit for me.
Right, okay.
Okay, here's the
Now,
top one.
Henry Widger Howlett was overall Union commander overall. Grant had not yet achieved the rank he ultimately will do. At this point, Grant was commander of the Army of the Tennessee. Now, Army of the Tennessee, it's the river, whereas the Confederates eventually had Army of Tennessee, which is the geographic area. So, Sherman was one of his division commanders. You have W.H.L. Wallace. And actually, it's interesting, Major General Lew Wallace wrote Ben-Hur.
Oh,
Yes, he wrote the book that became the movie Ben-Hur.
interesting.
Don Carlos Beale, Army of the Ohio, who comes in on the second overnight of the first day to provide the necessary reinforcements for day 2. Benjamin Prentiss was captured in the Hornet's Nest in the Battle of Shiloh, but what he did with the delaying action really saved the Union line on the first day. So we'll see
Cool.
more about that at Shiloh tomorrow. So these are some of the key personalities. all there. Yeah, hi, Stephanie.
You want to
Yes,
just kind of
Stephanie
look at
here.
these real
Thank y'all
quick,
for
and
being here.
we'll talk about some of these at Shiloh.
Yes, we will.
So we're just going to kind of look by, we're actually going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
So this is the end and this is the beginning, so
Yeah.
we apologize.
Exactly, so. Let's see, 737, yeah. We're good.
So just kind of letting you see the displays here.
And some of it recapped how they abandoned Tennessee because of the loss of Kentucky.
There's a lot of audio things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one thing is really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which one? The massing?
Let's see, right here. Like in here, you basically have three Union armies at 111,000 men, 2 Confederate armies about 112,000, but only 70,000 were present. But look at communication lines. So Unions had to set up electric telegraphs and stuff to do communications, and both sides use different flag signals.
Mm-hmm.
So communication is very, very important.
Absolutely.
You know, your roads and bridges played a big factor in a lot of those, moving your troops around.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
And
we
supplies.
talk about river transports. We're going to see at Charlotte how
Yeah.
important.
You can't
the
get
rivers.
supplies to your men, they get.
Yeah, or sometimes your gunboats can come in and provide
Mhm.
support for your land forces. So there's so much that's here.
And here's some, they've got some, that might be hard to read.
Yeah, these are earthworks like baskets. They basically, you use part of the entrenchments because it's in response to the new weapons technology. You needed depth and so they get some protection. So pick and shovel is what it came, what they called it. Let me show you. Let me come back here 1 second. I'm only 2 minutes in the squad. So basically, in 1862, the Confederates at Corinth faced the crisis. The supply lines had been cut.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so Union forces sea ground on 1,000 yards from the Confederate fortifications. So at that point, Beauregard, who was in command after Johnston's death, pulled the troops from Corinth to avoid capture. So it's it was a strategic decision to save your force for another day. But yeah, those
And these are things in
fortifications are very
Corinth.
important. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll just kind of do a quick.
Yeah.
walk by.
So
Okay.
yeah, because we're a little bit of time on here, but
And we'll
fortifications.
be over at Shiloh tomorrow.
Yeah, but see, this is talking about Corinth too, specifically, because there's some of the hills and stuff you see out there, because they
Mhm.
they set up for siege warfare.
Do you want us to show that one?
Yeah, let's see
Okay.
here. So
Here's the map.
Confederate, because the city was so important with these railroads, they set out to be able to lay a defense. So defense, you need your fortifications. Because like I said, strictly defensive, the way they created the entrenchments, lunettes, redans, other things that would be built in here, and you could set them up to mash your fire for more effectiveness. So, and see, had physical barriers to discourage attack to protect defenses. We've had a body, which are like sharpened long trees, sticks, those that are see up there.
The little baskets filled with
Basket
dirt.
thing, yeah, anything to protect your guys behind it, but also
Right.
make an obstacle to the guys coming, they're trying to attack you with. So they can also have offensive fortifications. So this would be type of thing like we saw at Fort 96 is they're building
Trenches in
walls
place.
so that they can advance up, and then,
Mhm.
then you build more trenches ahead of it.
Right.
And you stay protected as you advance to the line instead of going out to open field.
Right.
So, of course, when Beauregard pulls out, there was, now eventually when we see that Confederates do attack Corinth, they're going to have to fight a lot of the same defensive structures that they had built. So,
Did you want to walk through there?
Yeah, we'll go through.
Okay, so here's occupied Corinth. Let's see.
So,
Let's
at least we can just go through real quick.
We'll just
It's
kinda-
really, you know, once Boulder pulls out,
we'll just
you know,
kind of.
you have an occupied town again.
And if you're watching this in replay, you guys can stop and read some of these.
So then Union was able to use it for the same purposes as the Confederates did for a long time. With the control of the railroads. Okay. As we see, Corinth was getting contested again, of course. William Rosecrans takes over for the Union, but he was under Ulysses Grant, who had assumed overall command of the West Tennessee. Tupelo, Braxton Bragg replaced Beauregard as commander of the Western forces. And actually, if you look down there, he left Major General Earl Van Dorn, Major General Sterling Price, and 36,000 troops to defend Mississippi when he moved north, because he shifted his army to Chattanooga. Well, you remember Earl Van Dorn and Sterling Price from Pea Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
So, in Wilson's Creek. So basically in September, just a few months later, after abandoning the town, 22,000 Confederates advanced on Corinth to try to take this town. So, you know, it's...
So, oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's, because you can see Bragg advanced with Kirby Smith in Tennessee.
Oh, this is a
Perryville.
video.
Going up toward Perryville, but, well, part of the forces have been trying to
This is
beat
the,
Corinth.
the battle for Corinth.
Yeah.
Like I say, you guys can pause and read these a little more.
You know, remember also, you know, the Confederates ended up in this 2 days actually attacking the same fortifications that they built.
Mm-hmm.
So, which were very, very effective. So, basically had artillery duels in sea, it talks about 2 of the 3 subdivisions that advanced in mass columns had a massive murderous volume of artillery and musket fire. You remember that their batteries, Powell, Robinette, and Williams, and those, you know, earthworks were, we talked about defensive fortifications, you know, it protects the defenders of that position. So, not everything fell out. The Confederates did have some success, but you know, the attack was stymied at some point, and of course the Confederates were forced back. So, and by the early afternoon of October 4th, Van Dorn's army was in full retreat westward. So, not necessarily a well-known battle, but a very important battle trying to recapture Corinth. That leads to bigger debates about Confederate command structures, like commanders like Beauregard foreseeing, or Johnston, that they've given up ground and positions without a fight. Caused a lot of problems back with Richmond and the politicians, and especially Jefferson Davis, instead of fighting it out. So, but that's another story for another day. Kind of matter of a lot of debate. And
Just kind of show this while.
all right, so basically,
So you can see kind of, like I said, if you're watching this in replay, you can pause and read. We are running quite short on time, so we're just going to kind of do a quick here. So,
but yeah, it was an important battle for the railroads. And as you see, you know,
contraband camps were what they camps for the freed slaves.
interesting the way they used terms then. But you can see the point of when you give up the defensive position, you know, do you get it back? How can you get it back? It costs a matter of retreat from Kentucky down to Tennessee, down to Corinth, and then when they came to Corinth, trying to get it back was harder than maybe trying to keep it to begin with. So, all right, let's see. There we go. All right. You know, like it says, Grant, after this, we launched the Vicksburg campaign, and we've been at Vicksburg earlier in the trip. And as we mentioned, Vicksburg surrendered on July 4th, 1863, 47-day siege. So, and from that point, with control, the war shifted east towards Georgia to Virginia and the Carolinas. And all these words do a good job summarizing, you know, important facts for this.
And this is a piece of. I thought you could talk while I should have something else.
So basically, it reiterates the importance of railroads, your military strategy, and of course, the loss of life at Shiloh, we'll see more about tomorrow, is just staggering. And remember that there were many, many more battles to come after that point. And what we talked about yesterday, and Winston's Creek was 12% Confederates, 24% of the Union. I mean, it was basically 1 out of every 4 men wounded or killed.
Mm-hmm.
And these were like battles repeatedly for 4 years.
Okay, go ahead.
You want to chat?
Go ahead and rock. Go ahead. Just go that way. No, go ahead.
All right.
Because I showed this and then I'll say goodbye, okay?
Well, I want to show that.
Okay, I thought you had already shown that.
No, I was doing the inside stuff.
Okay. I just love this statue. And I just wanted to share it. And Corinth was the beginning of freedom for the African Americans who lived here. I just love this statue. It said 5.
They shut there 4:30. They shut there 4:30.
No.
I'll have to get at least this one, we can get it on the way up to.
Okay.
5 is 5 to me.
So the building closes at 5.
I know, but it's just, I wish I'd have known that, so if there's something said,
Can we walk back there after it's closed?
So the gate is already locked, so you'll have to walk around the building to reach the back door, like on top of the hill. Like the back access.
So, can we look at this right here real quick?
We're locking the doors right now.
It's not even 5 o'clock.
we just want to get
We
the,
start locking this stuff down early, so
It would be nice to know. It would really be nice to know. Okay, I guess we can't see that, guys, because they don't follow what they say. Sorry about that.
I think what is,
Yeah, but we won't be able to see the reflective pool, I don't
well,
think.
there, it's drained.
Oh, is it?
It's drained.
Oh.
Oh, wait, I don't, no, we,
I don't
Here,
think we
hold
can.
on. Here, hold the chat.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna stop Dad, man. I think there's a way. That happened yesterday. We got a little bit cannon off to the right. You can see how the torch usually. So anyway, Oh. And these type of positions you usually have with your artillery facing out. Shows you how hard it would be to attack. And then you'd have a multiple system of fortifications like this. So that Dadman will not give up. I will find a way somehow. We may have to come back tomorrow, but that's going to be frustrating. But this is really, really beautiful around here if I can get to it. Oh.
Maybe you can sit on top of the hill.
Yeah, I know. It kind of pisses me off. It's like you said.
Say 4:45
Because I honestly thought we had some time to do this. But hey, it's okay. We improvise. We adapt. We overcome, to borrow Clint Eastwood's "Go over the hill, don't run at those cannons" sucker move. Yeah. There you go. Our Lincoln speech. Now, what I want to show you is down in here.
Can you zoom in?
It's hard to read them though. Let's see. Yeah, it's too blurry. But what you've got is you've got a number of different. If you look right ahead, the one right in the middle, rectangle straight up, P Ridge. We were just there yesterday. We have got that, download that video. But they have, there's a reflecting pool with a bunch of the different battles in the Civil War over time. We see Pittsburgh Landing, which is Shiloh, Second Bull Run, you know. And see, the way it goes is from year to year. Starts at 1861 on this end, 1862, and back 1863, and then 1864.
Oh, I guess I should look at the chat.
Let's
Sorry, I
see.
put my phone about that.
Yeah, I think there may be an opening,
I don't
but
think there is.
I don't know. Oh no, there ain't. But hey,
Because they got this wall.
yeah,
There's a little gate you can maybe look through.
yeah, I know. You know, so folks, 5 is now approximate to. Battle of Newmarket, Shenandoah campaigns. You can see in there.
Can you see a little better?
Yeah, we can see a bit. Fort Wagner, Chancellorsville. Battle where Stonewall Jackson was. Actually, Stonewall Jackson did not die from his wounds in the arm amputation. He actually died from, I think
Oh, wait, let me see if
pneumonia.
I can find the chat again.
Pneumonia.
Sorry, guys.
And Stones River. So you've got quite a few things in there. But basically the point is it's a timeline memorial from the beginning of the war throughout to the end of the war with many of the major battles that were there. So I'm sorry that I did not realize that they
Closed early?
did this like this, because I thought we had access to the outside. Because but then again, with the dry reflecting pool, it kind of loses its
More
effect.
effective with that.
Yeah, so hey. All right, well, let's go up here and,
Oh, I don't want to walk.
well, you know,
Give me the keys.
let me
Okay,
get,
let's
it won't be hard. I'll bring the car and pick
You're
you
gonna
up.
whine. Wah, wah.
Well,
I
it's
would
fine.
never be a good soldier.
It's fine. Phantom Out says it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but it's really irritating, you know?
Well,
You come this far to do this stuff, and
Well, when you hear that it says 5 o'clock,
yeah,
and then at 10 minutes till they're locking everything up,
yeah. And
that's
it
ridiculous.
this seems to be a common thing that we're starting to see at places. So there are a lot of good
forget
people,
they're
I will
part of
say.
the government,
But hey, Wilson's Creek had great people. Wilson's Creek had great people that were very helpful for us and were really, really good. So you know what? Maybe we'll have to come back here for a couple minutes tomorrow on the way. At least you got your stamp. So I'm glad you went ahead and did that, Mrs. But as you can see, also a bit of the terrain here. Here's one of the monuments to one of the generals in Texas who died here, or near here. And like all the Civil War sites, you know, you have your memorials to various units, various commanders. So some buried here of the unknowns. Go over this way. And see, I saw that there's something fanning out, so I'll get to that in a second. Texas. Sorry, that was not good camera work. I thought I could zoom in better. I'm trying to watch what I walk because there are some other unknown markers that are flat in the ground. Try to not walk on those when I see them. Absolutely joking to the galactic benevolent overlords that are watching us and listening to us now. Oh gosh. So anyway, there's so many of these. You've got dedication to your states, this Texan, so you know, talks about the battle a bit. And so the Battle of Corinth had a lot of repercussions. Again, like I said, though, it comes down to whether the decision should have been, you know, vacate in the first place or hold out and wait to be attacked. Then again, the problem when you hide behind too many fortifications, you can get surrounded and cut off too, which was one of the threats that Beauregard faced. So, against a superior army.
Okay.
Yes.
Phantom said that.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. We were laughing, and that I did my
Yeah.
disclaimer to the benevolent galactic overlords.
Yes. That's why I'm not reading it out
Yes,
loud.
I know. I know. Let's see. I don't know if much is on this side. Yeah,
Wait.
I know. I'll come back tomorrow. I mean, we got time tomorrow, but it's just frustrating that
You're
happened.
going to the shop, right?
I'm going to the shop, and I'm going to try to show better with the pool. But I tell you, it does lose something without the water in it. And it's June. It's like, why isn't the water in it? But so, like in this case, the Texas, similar to what happened at the Illinois monument at Vicksburg. This monument memorializes all of the units that were here at the Siege of Corinth from April to October 1862. Look at all that dismounted cavalry.
What's dismounted mean?
They're cavalry, but they don't have horses.
Oh,
They fight on ground. Battle of Iuka, Battle of Corinth. White Texas died when it was okay a few hours. Battle of Davis Bridge, Tennessee. Oh, that's one I've not heard about, but hey. Yeah, Iuka is about half an hour east of here. So, but yeah. So,
I just wanted to get a picture.
okay, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's see.
Why don't we walk that way?
Yeah, there's one more monument over there, but let me do one more panoramic of the area here. You can see again terrain. You can see how when you build your fortifications, you know, there are 3 main batteries here.
My phone is acting out.
And we saw, okay, and we saw the trench lines that the initial Confederate earthworks had. So all that was basically turned around. The Confederates had attacked that with the Union's men in those positions in October of 1862. So, alrighty. Well, I think with that we're gonna end the stream. We have 8 likes. Woo!
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for everybody that's
Sorry
been
for
here.
my little irritation. I just get irritated when
Yeah.
what they say
Yeah,
is
let's
not
at
what
least
they
walk
do.
to the parking lot together as we
Yeah.
tell everybody bye.
We can show them those things on the sidewalk.
Yeah, we'll show you the things on the sidewalk as we wrap up. But yeah, thank God you rushed me out past that. hey, let's learn history, but hey, get your ass out the door 10 minutes early. You know, anyway, sorry. Wait, we got a ninth like while I was ranting like that.
Awesome.
Hey, whoever, say hi. We love lurkers too. Thank you, everybody. Let me just show from this angle. A lot of times the fortifications. You
Walk
know,
down a little bit so they can see under the trees.
there you go. So, you know, and there was something that we gotten from Vicksburg that talks about the different types of fortifications. You know, man-made obstacles like we saw in there.
Oh,
Abati.
Phantom said what Texas died when? It was okay a few hours ago.
Oh, well, you know, we abati, which are the long sticks, you know, the barrels that we saw in there for defense, but also lunettes, redans, and there's another one that we got information on at Vicksburg to share too. So they all had different purposes. They were shaped differently. Uh-oh, are they coming for us? Hey, Brian, just the part with the star on the helmet. Yeah, that part of Texas died. Oh, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We don't mean to be adventuresome like that, but
Well, I think this is open out here.
yeah, this is part's open, but you can't get to the important stuff. You can't see what inside the fort. You can't see inside those reflecting pools. So, and it may not be alive tomorrow,
We might just do a short.
or just to do a video that we'll upload later, so you can see
Yeah.
what that timeline means. But hopefully you got to see enough of it to see what I was getting at.
I tell you, it loses a lot of impact not having the water.
Yes.
I will say that.
I don't understand. It's June. It's muggy out here. It's very warm. Why isn't it filled? But hey, again, I can't wait to share the other stuff with you from Vicksburg.
Here's some of the things that they've got, like as
Yeah.
you walk up.
There's a knapsack. That looks like okay, that would be associated with artillery. If you see the shell,
Oh,
that
it's
looks
got
like
like
solid shot. Because remember we talked about how there were 8 men on a cannon, each were assigned a number and a specific job. This was, I think, number 5
Yeah, I don't remember.
or number 6. Basically, he was the runner from the caisson where they would give them the weapon, the shell with the fuse in it, and he would just basically run it to the cannon. So that was his job. That would be the knapsack to carry it in. We got 5 people watching us now. Hey.
Thank you, guys.
And this is a neat touch that they've done.
Hey,
with
even
these.
people working in museums like to knock off early. LOL. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay,
still,
I'm not gonna.
15 minutes though. It's like,
We're locking everything up 10 minutes before. No,
Yeah, I know.
no.
especially, at least we're here today. If we were leaving town tonight, I'd really not be happy. But
Yeah.
hey, it's okay. U.S. And actually, in some of these places, it should be like, hey, you need to. When people are here, be grateful. But I'm not sure what that thing is though.
I don't know. Anybody? Whoops. Uh-oh.
Oh,
You can't flip your camera a certain way.
oh, geez. Okay, thank you. Now my camera's revolting on me. Of course, we got just a regular standard soldier's cap. See, that's definitely Union. It's got an eagle on it. There you go. Some mini balls.
Horseshoe.
Horseshoe.
Bayonet.
Bayonet!
We have a bayonet.
Yes. World War II. There you go. Let's see.
Part of a gun.
A pistol. Yeah. Percussion caps. So, yeah, just neat. This is
Cool.
neat stuff.
Cool. Things they've cast and
Rifle
stuck
powder
in.
bag.
That's powder, isn't it? Their little wrapped powder stuff.
Yeah, it looks like
'Cause
the
they
rat
said they
charge. Yeah,
With the rain, they were very careful.
yeah. Which happened at Key Ridge,
Yep.
the attack, no, Wilson's Creek.
Right.
The Confederates were going to attack on the 9th, but held off.
Someone's little ration bag, their little bag.
It looks like some hardtack in there. A shaving, like shaving cream.
A letter.
Whisk. Book on Hardy's tactics.
A comb.
Yeah, a
Dear
letter from a cousin.
Herbert.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
That's
Very,
really neat.
many letters from home. Very emotional letters, if you could ever read them.
Just
From
bits
families
bits
to
and bobs.
the home fronts to those on the front lines. So, so of course we see part of the railroad over there in the distance. Okay, all right. Rifle.
A stick. I don't know what that is.
It looks like a maybe the musket cleaner. The,
There's a shoe over there.
yeah. Medicine bottle, grenade.
Oh, I guess I should be looking at that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That could be.
Bottle grenade.
Not necessarily a grenade, but it could be something like a
Rifle
medicine
powder
bottle.
bag? Yeah, I
Okay.
think that one was a rifle powder bag.
There's one up here of,
But we that glass thing, not sure what that is.
yeah.
Of course, if they didn't close 10 minutes early, we probably could.
Yeah, I agree, Phantom Outsider. It'd be nice to have placards saying clearly what they are. You know, some of those.
Yeah.
This looks like a rifle bag
Yeah.
with ammo here. The other was a supply kit. This one looks like what a standard U.S. soldier would carry
There's buttons.
for the
right there.
ammunition.
Buttons.
Oh, buttons. Okay. Cool. All right. So, more
Stuff.
stuff. Hey, that's awesome. There is a sign over there. I don't think we caught the sign earlier.
Where?
Right by the trash can.
Oh, it
Yeah.
wasn't about this.
Oh, wasn't about this. We'll go figure.
It's probably saying we close at 4:40, even though we say 5, because
Yeah.
that's what we do. That's how we roll here.
Okay, mini ball. This looks like the end of a ramrod of a musket. You know, when you clean the barrel after a shot, or when you go to reload. Button. What?
He said, I bet the guys that laid the sidewalks weren't too happy with people putting stuff in the wet concrete. They do all that nice work to smooth it out.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, at least one good thing that's going to
Oh,
happen
there's a
tonight.
cup way over there. See it?
We're going to have a great steak tonight, hopefully.
Yes, hopefully they're open.
Yes.
If
Hey,
not, oh well.
we got 4. Let's see if we get one more like to get 10 likes today on this stream.
Oh, that's really about it.
Yeah.
It's just the same stuff over.
Yeah, so at least hopefully you got an overview.
See,
of,
I think that is like the wrapped wads that they put in the guns.
uh-huh. Yeah, that is.
That's what I- yeah.
Yeah. What Brian Hepburn, somebody just said something in there.
Cement Pictionary.
Oh, there you go.
Exactly.
That's hilarious. Let's see. Did you get a part map, by the way?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, what we'll do tonight, I'll take a look at it a little bit more and things.
And while I'm sleeping, Dadman will come over and
No,
do that for you.
no, what I'll do is I'll look at it a little bit more tonight, see if there's anything we missed that could be of interest, and maybe, at least if not go live, we'll at least do some video quickly of it in the morning. I hope to see y'all over at Shiloh during the day. So,
You want to just turn around here and say goodbye? As we
I wanted to show that over there again is the railroad in the distance. Home. I did something. You can see one of the railroads. The railroads still run. You know, and remember, railroads and rivers played such a huge role in the American Civil War because of transportation, moving troops, men, materials. First instance used was at Manassas, the first major battle of the war, when the Confederates moved troops under Joseph E. Johnston from the mountains down to Manassas to reinforce Beauregard, and combined to
who knows, maybe
yeah.
they do a walking tour trip.
I'm not sure. I'll look and see if there's
I doubt
information on that.
because, you know, when you can't stay open till 5.
Okay,
I can't believe
it's
you do a
okay.
walking tour.
It's okay, but we'll see.
Am I bitter?
Yeah, but basically, the railroads were important. The rivers are important. We see that with a lot of the forts and where they fell over time. So there it is.
Hey, look down
There's
here real
Corinth.
quick. Look down here, there's a pocket knife.
Sorry, hold on. I'll get back there. There's the fort up with a cannon display where we were. There's what?
A pocket knife.
Pocket knife. All right. Hey, that's
cool.
awesome.
Okay.
Alrighty, folks. I don't know of anything else. Like I said, I'll check tonight, see the part map, see if there's anything of interest that we need to film here or bring you back tomorrow for. But here's Corinth. But remember how important the Battle of Corinth was. Remember that Beauregard, after Shiloh, came back here, protected the railroads. Then when they could not felt like you could not hold it, retreated out. Union takes over Corinth behind the fortifications the Confederates had made. Then the Confederates, a couple months later, come back to try to take it, bloodily repulsed. So, and the importance of Corinth with rail connections. So, everybody, good night, stunning. Y'all all take care. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Hopefully
I put good light stunning in the chat. Sorry
I
about
just
that.
saw
I meant
that.
good night. But
Well,
you're
good-
a good light too.
Yeah, but
You
good,
shine for us all.
good light for all your artwork and everything else you got to
Yes.
do. So, but hey, all, thanks for thanks for following with us. Thanks for hanging out for 2 hours, and hope to see y'all again tomorrow. And Bowsette, bye to you too and everybody else. So,
Bye, everyone.
on that note, goodbye. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.